What's up, everybody? What a crazy, crazy day. Holy cow. These markets, man, these markets are wild. All right. I want to show you something real quick here. Let's go over to the right page. Look at that. Okay, so I want to quick get this out of the way. Our Discord is just incredible. This is the landing page for our Discord. My link is in the description. I'll try to put it somewhere in this live as well. But in my bio, there's a link to our Discord. You'll see this landing page. The earners tier is what you want. If you're really curious and don't want to jump to $50 a month, then the learners side is okay. It'll get you into, I'd say, half of what we can offer you in our membership only Discord. But the big game changer is the earner tier. That's where you get all the experts like myself. You get access to the bots, the alerts, all the good things. I'll give you a quick peek at what we're talking about. This is what it is. This is the earner side plus a bit of the admin tabs over here because of where I am. But here, look at this, live trading from Mo. He's our leader. He's our guy, Stock Mo. This is his place. We're just part of it. And we do live trading all the time. I think it's like twice a week. We have live streaming, learning that we do. Here I am right there. There's a few other of us. Jordan has some that he does. He puts out to me and him. But anyways, expert panels right here. Options trading, alert, chats, lots of different chats. This one on. This is all day, all night. We talk about all sorts of stuff. This is my channel, Greeks Geek. And in here we cover all sorts of stuff. This last one right here you're seeing, this was all about PopCat meme coin on crypto, Robinhood, I guess anywhere really, but Robinhood has it for, basically free, so why not? But I talked about PopCat, we went charting, we did a whole bunch of stuff with PopCat, made a whole bunch of money on it. It was fantastic. Anyways, to why we're here. Join the Discord, guys. I swear, you're not going to get anything better than that for the money, and it's wonderful. I mean, to just today alone, we put out an alert to buy calls on QQQ, and within 15 minutes, a lot of them that were being at least one call made over $100. Boom, right there. You made 2 months worth of membership. And others that had held a few more calls, made more, obviously. But let's get into it. This is just something I was looking at. I have futures running actually right now. So let's go to futures gold. Oops, not GODL. Gold, futures, gold. Where's it? Micro. I do micro, obviously, because if you do regular, which you can do, but it's just a lot more money. So let's see, one more minute, and we open up. Let's see, I bought this right at the end before close, so pretty much right here. So we'll see what happens with that. This is live, guys, so if I'm like minus 100, you see it. Okay. But yeah, well, let's go over to look at some orb strategy style trading. What should we pick today? Let's get something different than gold. Gold today was basically all stuck within the orb channel. Not a great one to do. I haven't looked up any orbs today. I was just stuck on gold and oh, there we go. 11, 8, 11. Good, we're positive. All right. Yeah, that's my gold, man. Gold has been just a killer these last week, 2 weeks, man. It's been crazy. Let's do we got music over here. Let's do, I don't know, we gonna do Walmart, some retail. Let's do some Walmart, bro. Let's slide you over there. We'll keep an eye on that. Uh-oh, -9. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, So we're going to choose the daily chart. We're going to pick, we're going to make that, we're going to go to 15 minutes. I like 15 minutes. You could do 30 minutes. I had someone comment on one of my videos, say they use 5 minutes. It's up to you. Find your own strategy. But Orb technically is opening range breakout, and I feel like it needs some time to actually solidify what the trend's going to be for the day. The first 5 to 15 minutes is just wacky and wild sometimes, right? So 15 minutes. Let me go over here real quick and see if. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna go share this actually real quick. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna jump over here to our Discord and we're gonna share this live in our group. Let's see. Live, come on over. Boom. There we are, buddy. All right. Sweet. So we'll see. Okay, we'll see who pops over there. All right, so for now, let's go back to the charts. Okay, so we chose Walmart daily, 15 minutes. Now we need to maximize our visual here, and we'll spend way not in the dailies. Right here. And okay, so I'm Mountain Time. So my time frames are going to look a bit more interesting than if you're on East Coast or whatever. So 7:30, 7:45. So 7:30 is your first closure of your opening candle. I go with the second one, which is 7:45. We're going to grab our lines. Just quickly make them top wick, bottom wick. Right there. Boop, boop. Now we're going to go to the 5 minute. I like 5 minutes. Sometimes I'll drop to the 3 minutes, to be honest. Let's just check 5 for now. So I'll be honest with you, on days like today where the market is just tanking, orb isn't really isn't really necessary. You want orb to be on days where you're not sure how it's going to go, and it helps prove to you the trend that you can likely make money on buying a call or a put. Okay? Generally, it's a zero DTE day trade type of thing. You can swing with this, but it's definitely going to be much easier for you to make money on a zero DTE. So that's where you would buy a call or a put and then sell it in the same day, an hour later, 10 minutes later. Depends. So here we are. I will add, you can do a previous day high and low, and it will kind of give you a price target range of what that would be. It's not always required, but it can help you. I tend to not do it, but it's up to you. Make this your own. 5 minute candle on the daily after place the highs and lows of the 15-minute full closure opening or almost opening candle, right? So here we are. We have the Bollinger Band, top and bottom. We have indicators lines. We have our channel right here. We have a big red candle, but it's split by the line. It's split by that lower opening line. So we're not going to include that one, but it does give a bearish feel. Here's our first closed candle of the 5 minute chart. That's after after that imbalanced candle. This is the first one. And so from there, we can assume that it's going to stay bearish. But it's best if you wait for confirmation and retesting of that line. So we wait from 8:05 till roughly around here to 8:30 and 8:40. These wicks were tapping the line. It never got close to it as far as the whole candle goes. And then you see the indicator lines dropping off. Nice big fat red pepper candle, right? That's your indication. So right here, as soon as this starts forming, you see indicator lines pop up, you're pretty well positioned for a short. So at this point, you can go ahead and plot your short in. I like a 1 to 2 target, personally. So we're just bringing a 1, just to make it easier. And we'll move this out to 1. We'll do half since we're cutting it down, right? So about a half. So here's your position box. Green obviously is going to be your profit. Red's going to be your losses, and your stop loss will be the top of the line. It just happens to line up with the top of the opening range upper line. Hey, why not? Things work out sometimes like that, and that's okay. So here we go. We're going to shorten this map up. Obviously, this isn't live. Okay, it's 4 p.m. well after hours. How's our? Oh, look at that! Look at that, people! $54 on gold futures over there. Nice, 63. Man, gold, I love gold. This is like the gold miners of modern day, I swear. Okay, let's bring this way out. Let's see. I was gonna try to move it to the right, but it's in settings. I don't want to make this boring for you guys. I know there's a way to do it. I'm not that in-depth trading view, but I know how to do it with the lines, but not the boxes. It's okay. You can just drag it. So the reason I put it here is because that's the first candle that confirms a bearish movement. And so we put that across. We follow, 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 follow. And shrink and shrink. So the first time we had a bullish movement was down here in consolidation. And to be honest, it should have triggered that for you. You should have been like, ooh, that's a bullish, or that's a consolidation. Why? We have a low volume, little peak. This right here could have made you nervous, right? That this may have been a bullish movement straight up to the line. But obviously right there, it curls around, comes right back down even lower, a lower low. But right here, this part right here is where we have consolidation. Low volume, increased volume, but not too high off of your main lines, right? That power candle, it doesn't really go above that until here. We're talking like almost 30 minutes. Now, my indicators in my template show opening long, opening short, that kind of thing. So right here, this open long is because we have the indicators cross, which is a bullish movement. RSI isn't showing in this one. The RSI was likely quite low, and volume increased. So my indicators then give me an idea saying, hey, open a long. And so if you open the long here after your put, right, we opened a put up there. We held, sold on consolidation. That is $91.38 down from 92.70, somewhere in there. You could have opened a 93 would be above, so a 92 put, I guess. And then you would have had the volatility likely increase as you went, which would have helped increase your option, and sold down here. So not a massive movement, only about $1.25, somewhere in there. And but hey, it would have been safe because this shows you that your put would have been safe till consolidation. Sold down here and then waited to see what would happen. Would it go lower, buy another put back in, or do we just keep out of it and that's our day? But here you could have opened a call because our indicator said so. And we would have gone from 91.43 and finally start topping out here in consolidation again at 90. Well, actually, this is 2 o'clock. So you either hold overnight or you sell at 92.50, somewhere in there. So that's another dollar move. So you could make money going down, make money going up. In both ways, you're quite safe when it comes to following the charts. And the orb strategy right there proved bearish movement, proved it's a overall safe bet to buy a put. I'm hearing Discord sounds. Let's go see if anyone is commenting. Let's see. This is all just comments about the stuff. Yeah, nothing but us. It's okay. Only a few of them on. TMF's one of our experts. These guys are always in. Jordan's one of our experts. So that's okay. We're after hours. People log off and do their own thing at this point. So don't worry about that. So go. That's it. You know, I don't want to take a ton of time in this video, but that's orb. Let's do another one. Let's do a tech. What should we do? Meta? Let's do meta. Why not? All right. Let's drag it. No wick in this one. That's okay. We'll just pop it on the bottom of the candle. All right. Then we'll go to 5. You can do one. You can do 1 minute. I have before when it's really volatile and crazy. I'll go 1 minutes. So again, we went 15-minute top and bottom opening range, including the wicks. This didn't have a bottom wick. It was completely engulfed. That's okay. Just drop it right there. Um, right in the bottom of that candle. It's fine. You can be nearby. Don't be perfect about it. But it's nice to be perfect because sometimes those candles line up just right in your line. It's super cool. So, all right. So we have 5 minutes, and we're in meta. So here we are. This whole section right here is complete consolidation. It's indecisive. It's not choosing up or down. Nothing. It's right in the line. It's just cutting through the line. Nothing fun. Right here, well, our indicator here says open short. So if you did, it would have worked out. Look at that. Boop. Indicator worked. So does orb though. Why? Here, I'll show you. Orb also worked. So right here, we have a closed candle, very tiny, very weak, but that's okay. It's right there. It's the first candle underneath, confirmed by this one. We have a retest over here, right there. So you can either A, wait for a retest, which I tend to do on crazy market days like today, because you want to be sure that you don't buy a put right there. It goes 2 candles down and shoots all bullish, or into your channel and then blah, 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 all day long. So you're just going to be eaten by theta and you're just done. So you could open a put here or wait till here. Be smart to wait till over here. So we can just put it right there. I'm just throwing these up here real quick just to kind of get you guys an idea of what's going on. So because this one moved a lot, it's actually, we could do a 1 to 2. So why 1 to 2? Well, if I'm going to risk some money, I don't want to be making just a little bit. I like to have a serious, number here. So, 1 to 2 is to me better. Stop loss and loss up here red, profit down here because we're opening a put position. So you would open a put somewhere in here, whether it be in the wick as it forms, or on the candle. It's up to you. You can go like, we'll split it up. We'll split halfway, right? So here we are. And so we would have met our price target if we were doing a 1 to 2. Right here, it would have broken our price target and we would have sold. Would have sold right there. It did have a bullish movement back up into toward the channel, and at this point, it just held within our range for a while. It did finally come back into the channel, but it took all day. You know, If you didn't sell your put here and you waited, because you would have had a loss, reduced, not loss, but you would have had a reduced profit in this area, especially right there, would have been near zero or negative with theta potentially. You drop down here. If you sold here at 12:50, 12:55, just before 1 o'clock, because a lot of times, if you've had a bearish day, a lot of times the market will have some type of rebound around 12:30 to 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Right? Adjust it for your own time. And so you definitely would want to sell it here and be very careful because you could have that bullish movement, which this did. It was bullish all the way up till close at 2 o'clock right here, or 4 o'clock Eastern. So that's Orb. Again, Orb proved profit. Orb is just such an easy way to mark out your lines and see where you're going to go. This is a red day. If this was a bullish day, it would work the same way. Just invert this map. Invert the chart. It would just go above that line and it would bounce around and then it would confirm and it would shoot up higher. Same thing, just invert this. That's it. That's Orb, guys. I mean, there's no reason to keep this video going. It's that simple, and you can see. Let's see clearly. I've done some lines before, way in the past here with these tough amount of blue lines. Don't worry about those ones. But you can see right here in the middle. That's their channel. That's your Orb channel. Bearish, stayed. It did hit up there toward the very end of the day. But like you said, like I said, after you have a bearish day, sometimes you get that little bit of a pop toward the end of the day. That's Orb. Opening, range breakout, 15 minutes, mark top and bottom, reduce to 5, 3, 1. It doesn't matter. Let's go to 1. Okay? It'll still work. Still works. See? Oops, I moved my opening. Let's erase that. Should go way over here. All right. Right there. Came down, confirmed, retested, and bounced around all day. Until the afternoon. But your initial opening breakout was right here. And it shows it. It's crazier if you do oh, it's Thursday. What did it do? Silly. That might be why I was like, it's working, but it's not working great. Yeah, if you have it actually on the day that you want to be. There we go, Monday. Derp. Right there. Monday, Monday, Monday. All right, so your best case scenario was right here. Retest. It jumped up and then dropped down. So you would have gone from this point here all the way down to here. So 480, 484. Look at that. I like the minute chart for me to place my stuff is crazy because you like, which one do I pick? There's a lot of candles. That's why 5 minute is more clean. Let's look at 3 minute. Let's see if 3 minute is a bit nicer. Yeah, 3 minute is. Here's your bearish movement, cut and cut in the middle, right? You saw that earlier. Blah 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 blah. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Consolidation. Confirmed bearish movement right here. Drop that short position somewhere in here. Boop. We could have gone all the way down to a 4.5. 4.5 on this one, guys. 4.5. Look at that. 4.5. That means if you had bought a put, 484 put, or a 485, if you were up here in the channel and you wanted to risk it for the biscuit, you put a 485 put up here and held it with the orb proving it's going to be bearish, at least for a time, right? Follow the chart, follow indicators, follow your candles, boom, 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 until you get a nice solid green. Indicators start to curve, consolidation for a second here, about 10 minutes, right? And then another green one, you sold here or here at 480. It's a $5 move, almost $5 move. Bingo. Orb proves it again. Man, I don't know how many strategies you could have that literally will show where the trend's going to go in such a quite successful way. It's beautiful. That's anything else going on Discord? Yeah, still nothing, no comments. Yeah, on days like today, I'll be honest with you, after red days like this, our Discord drops off after hours. It's just tough. You people that have been on there all day watching charts, just hoping their calls work or their puts work. It's emotionally taxing, and so people that are holding for days through this market get burned out. Get burned out. So once time comes, clocking out, logging out, done. Anyways, that's it, guys. Let's check our futures over here. Let's slide this